Last time we were together, we talked about how negative self talk can influence us in becoming a negative person. And yet we know that is not the real us. We live behind a mask that maybe developed because of bad experiences, a bad childhood, bad relationships. Today, we're going to take a step and see how to improve. Welcome back. And I'd like to share a practice with you. And I think at the end of the practice, we'll discuss and debrief. Okay? This is an imagery activity. So I'd invite you to get into a comfortable position, comfortable chair on the floor, whatever is comfortable for you, even standing. And you can close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Or you can just, as you're sitting in your comfortable position, uh, rest your hands on your knees, on your lap, or let them hang by your side, whatever is comfortable for you. This is not a yoga practice, but just simply a position where you can kind of let go a little bit and be comfortable. So imagine you're on a hike. The weather is dry. And in your mind's eye, in your mind, pay attention to the temperature. As you're paying attention to the temperature without judgment, just take a breath, just in your nose, and blow it out. Now stop walking for a moment in this imagery exercise. We're on a hike and we're walking. We're going to stop for a second. And we're going to focus on the temperature against our skin. If there's any breezes, it's blowing through your hair, on your clothing, the smells. Let's begin our walk again. As we're walking, pay attention to your feet. Take in the feeling, the textures of your socks or your shoes, or whatever footwear you might have on. What does it feel like right now? Maybe your ankles are exposed or your legs. Pay attention and bring your awareness to the feeling of the sensation of that part of your body, the feet, the ankles, the legs. And stop for a moment in our imagery exercise. Just stop for a moment and pay attention to your feet inside of your socks or your shoes. Just wiggle your toes. What's the temperature like? What's it feel like? How is this feeling to you? How comfortable are you? Let's begin our walk again. As you're walking, realize that you may have thoughts that pop up. You know, when we have our cell phones We get those little pop-up messages. And when we don't want to look at the message at that time, we swipe it away. And so if you have a thought that pops up as we're doing our hike, I'd like to invite you just to swipe that thought away for right now. You could always go back and revisit it, but for right now, just swipe it out the way, just like if it was a pop-up message on your phone. And bring your attention to your breath. You can put your hands on your chest or on your stomach and just notice the parts of your body that's moving as you're breathing. Nice and easy. Paying attention to the temperature of your breath. We're walking, and maybe in your mind's eye, you're walking in one of your favorite places, or a place maybe you would like to walk. But for some reason, you notice your back begins to feel tired. And as you're feeling tired, your back is feeling tired, you start to kind of lean forward as you're walking. You're a little bit bent over. Pay attention to your breath now. Notice your breath and the parts of your body as you're walking. Stop your walk and pay attention to your back. And you notice you have a backpack on. You didn't notice the backpack before, but as you're hiking, the backpack seems to have become heavy and it feels like it's loaded down. So you're okay. Your back's okay. I invite you to take the backpack off. In this imagery exercise, you can see yourself taking the backpack off. And when you take the backpack off, you notice something falls out. It's a clock. It looks like a clock. It's a clock of the past. And this clock has all of your ruminations. It's a clock of the future. It's a clock that has all your worries. It's a clock of all your judgments, dictating how you should or how you should not feel, dictating what you think you should be doing or what you are not doing compared to someone else. I invite you to pick up your backpack, but leave the clock. Leave the clock. Now you notice the backpack feels lighter. It doesn't feel as heavy. It feels like a load has been lifted off of your shoulders. You feel a relief. Take a breath in and blow it out. Let's begin your walk. Let's walk again. Bring your attention to your breath. And as you're walking with relief, without judgment, without worry, without any ruminations, you've left that behind in the clock. Allow yourself to take in the feeling of now, the thoughts of now, the awareness of how you are enjoying your walk without worry, without judgment, without rumination. Let it pass for right now. We're getting towards the time for us to return and end our walk. My friends, recognize that you have a choice. You can return to where you started, and on the way back, you can pick up the clock. You can pick up the judgments. You can pick up the ruminations, and you can pick up your worries. You have another choice. You can choose to charter a new path, similar to the old path, but without judgment, without worry or rumination. It might be a little harder because you've never been here before. It's a new path. And you may have a tendency to go back and get that clock because you're used to it. It's your choice. Or you can choose to take what you have learned from the clock. You can choose to be aware that your thoughts, you're not your thoughts. The thoughts are your mind trying to process. It's trying to come to balance. And so when it's processing, it brings a thought. Let your mind process. Let the thought pass. Let the thoughts go without judgment. Let the thoughts go without worry or rumination. Whatever the worry is regarding the future's not here yet. Live for right now. Let the mind process. Take a breath in and blow it away. And as the mind processes and works through this, it has a chance to formulate the lessons that you learned and new ideas and new neurons. You were not made to be stuck in a world of judgment or ruminations. Allow your intellect, allow yourself compassion and your self-reflections to know and then express itself that the mistakes that we make, the experiences that we experience, that we experience are tools that we learn from. Choose your path. Choose the route that you want to return right now. And be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to return to a new you. End of exercise. I'm going to stop there and take a moment before we close and just kind of reflect on your feelings and your sensations and your experience of our walk together. Our experiences, we learn from. We don't have to get stuck in it. We may need help to get through things, and that's okay. Talking with someone who you trust, talking to a health professional you feel comfortable with. Allow the load to be lifted up off your shoulder. Take a breath in and look at the beautiful person who you really are. You're there. You're really there. And I am so excited to see what you will bring forth. And, maybe you can send me an email or something, but I know that we are all here experiencing all kinds of different stressors and environmental emotions and things like that. So take a few minutes. And if you want to practice this exercise again, it's on a recording. I look forward to talking to you again next time. And we'll continue our time together. And we'll go into a little bit more about our mindfulness, alertness, and what we can do to move even forward in our positive and strategic way we can deal with our everyday new choice in life. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to talking to you again next time. Have a great day.